Friends and family in Longview are mourning the loss of a woman who championed advocacy and assistance for people battling cancer, all while she was fighting stage 4 cancer. KLTV7's Bob Hallmark has more on how friends are remembering a woman they called the Princess Warrior.
We first met 46-year-old Marissa Ward of Longview back in February when she was working to help cancer patients with their economic struggles. She passed away over the weekend after a long battle with stage 4 cancer.
We call her the Princess Warrior. I mean, it was her plan to actually write a book about her journey.
During her treatment, she was on a mission to help others also battling cancer.
She was fighting for herself, but she was really fighting for everybody else, to give them hope and to know that that wasn't the end.
Through her travels to treatments, she experienced the financial hardships that other cancer patients had to go through. She founded Crowned with Goodness Outreach Foundation, which assists cancer patients with finances, lodging, transportation to treatments, and even special events for families.
When she went through it herself, as far as having to travel out of town, she looked at every little aspect of being in that situation, of being diagnosed, and she wanted to touch and be able to have an impact on every little intricate part.
She worked with youth programs.
Unique in that she was very passionate about what she did with youth.
She was extremely ill over the past 2 weeks, but told her friends she wasn't finished with her work.
She also advocated for the rights of others.
She didn't want people to lose hope.
Bob Hallmark, KLTV 7 News.
And Marissa Ward will be laid to rest Saturday. Efforts are being made to create a scholarship fund in her name in Longview.